Hello there, this is the Fat Cockney if you've not watched me before. Today I'm going to do a short video on the firearms that we can own in England and shoot, and how to go about owning them legally. Right, here is my long barrelled revolver. It's chambered in 357 Magnum and it takes 7 shots. I shoot this at my club and I also shoot it at Bisley at the National Rifle Association. Right then, it has a 12-inch barrel, as you can see. By law, it has to have a 12-inch barrel for a pistol, and it must be a total of 2 foot long. So they put this little wire coat hanger on the back, for want of a better word. But with this, because the barrel's so long and it's quite heavy, it is quite useful. So that's that one. Here is my semi-automatic 22 rimfire pistol. Again, 12-inch barrel and a piece of wire on the back as a counterweight. Great fun to shoot. This is quite cheap to purchase, and again, I shoot it at my club quite regularly. Now this one doesn't have a 12-inch barrel. This is my Army Remington replica in 44. It's a muzzle-loading pistol. Basically, what that means, you pour your gunpowder in from a flask, certain measurement, put a wad, put your ball on, this little lever compresses it all down. On the side here, you put a little cap, hence they're called cap and ball pistols. Then you're ready to fire. Good fun to shoot, but again, this is in stainless steel on purpose because black powder is very corrosive, and if you don't clean your gun straight away, it will start to rust. Whereas stainless steel, you got a bit more time, so that's why I prefer shooting stainless steel pistols. There's no mad rush when you get home to clean them. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers before Christmas, and we're now in August. If you've got any questions, just leave something in comments and I will do my best to answer you. Now this brings me on to rifles. Now this rifle, as you can see, is a AK. It's an AK-101. We can own these, but it is not semi-automatic. It's a single shot straight pull. What that means is, each time you want to shoot it, you cock it, pull the trigger, do it again. There's a lot of Americans out there, they'll be saying, God, that's crazy, but it's that or nothing. So we obey the laws, obey the rules, otherwise we can't shoot them. It's good fun to shoot. It's in 223 calibre, not the Soviet 7.62 by 39, I think it is. I prefer it in the NATO calibre because it's much easier for us to get that ammunition here in the UK, and it's also a bit cheaper, easy to get the components for reloading. So that's why I like it in that calibre. And to be honest, I didn't even think about the other calibre when I bought it. I just looked at it and thought, oh, that looks nice, I want it. Now, go. Right, this brings us on to the big guns. This here is my Ruger Precision rifle. It's in .308 Winchester calibre, which is very similar to the 7.62, but it's not exactly the same. I shoot this at Bisley, where we have our National Rifle Association. Yes, we have one, and it's actually older than the Americans. So, at the National Rifle Association in Bisley, we have ranges out to 1,200 yards. I don't shoot this to 1,200 yards. I have shot it at 1,000 yards, but with the ammunition that I had, it weren't quite reaching as good as I would have liked it. But at 900 yards, it shoots just fine. So that's quite a distance to hit targets at. What can I say? It's a nice gun. It's nice to shoot. When you get into shooting guns at long range, you'll start finding the scopes or the optics cost as much as the gun. We can own a 50 cal rifle here in the UK. I'd like to, but I don't, because I can't afford to shoot it. A decent bullet, it's got to be costing £15 a shot, and I like to shoot lots. So you can buy a cheap 50 cal bullet from some old World War II machine gun, but that's not what your precision rifle was made for.
Seven, 6, 2, 5, 51.
Have you heard of the 554? They do a 58 or something. What do you reckon?
Yeah, something like that, yep. I can have any of those.
This is my Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. It's a semi-automatic rifle. Yes, we can own semi-automatic rifles here, but this is in rimfire. So it's quite a small bullet. It is capable of going a long way. This has got a 25 round magazine. I shoot this in my club, what we call gallery rifle shooting. A lot of turning targets, moving targets into club competitions. Again, you can get a larger magazine if you want. It's not a problem, the magazines in the UK. So this one is a 50 round magazine. Also, you may notice it has a sound moderator or silencer. In England, if you're allowed to own a gun, you're allowed to buy silencers for it. It's not a problem. I like the silencer because I shoot this one indoors, in an indoor range, I should say. So it just makes it more comfortable.
No, it would be made in China, wouldn't it?
Now this here is one of my favourite guns to shoot. Probably shoot it the most. It's a Marlin lever action. It's not a Winchester. One of the main differences between the Marlin and the Winchester is where it ejects. With this, after you shoot, your cartridge ejects out the side. A lot of the Winchesters I've seen, they all eject out the top, so it's very difficult to fit a scope. As I use it in competitions, I'm shooting against other people with scopes, so I need a scope. That's why I've got a Marlin. I did have a Winchester before, and when I bought it, I didn't realise you couldn't fit a scope because they look the same to me. This is in stainless steel, which helps to keep it nice and clean. It shoots 357 Magnums. Also, it works just fine with a 38 Special, which is a very similar bullet, but the cartridge is just a little bit smaller. So we tend to shoot the 38 Special at the indoor range at about 25 yards, where I can quite happily with my Magnums shoot it out to 100 yards and it's still quite accurate with my shooting. So yes, we can own guns. Well, I hope that's helped to clear up a few things. Behind me are Obsolete-calibre firearms. These anybody can own without a certificate, but I'll talk to you about that in another video. Now, to get your certificate to own these guns and keep them at home or keep them at your club, whatever you decide, you need to belong to a gun club. Just Google them, there's loads. Google gun club near me and you'll be shocked at how many are near you unless you live in the middle of nowhere. Then what happens if the club accepts you? Normally you have to be a member for 6 months. Then they will sponsor you or recommend you to the local police force to own firearms. You then send off your forms and you can wait up to a year to get your certificate. When I first applied, it was only months. I think it was about a month for me to get my certificate 10 years ago. They will do a background check. They will do a criminal check. If you've got things that you've done in the past that you're a little bit worried about, you may not be excluded still. Just tell the police everything. They already know. They're testing to see if you're honest. When they come and visit you for it, you'll also have to get a letter from your doctor just stating any medical conditions that he thinks is relevant, like you're an antidepressant, you're a self-harmer, you tried to commit suicide. He has to disclose that to your police force before your certificate is issued to you. Also, you're going to have somewhere to securely fix your firearms and ammunition. This here is an ammunition safe, or it can be for your black powder muzzle loading pistols. It must be fixed to a wall securely, and ideally the floor as well. For your rifles, you just need a bigger one. I always suggest getting something much bigger than you think you need, because they're expensive. They take a lot of room up with scopes on. You don't want them bashing about with each other. Happy shooting.